We are here getting ready for our Dinner in the Dark celebration with our chef Cass, and we're about to get started on a recipe. Sugar cookie dough truffles. Doesn't that sound delicious? So, how do we begin, Cass?
Well, we're going to start out with the half a cup of salted butter, and this has been set out at room temperature so it's nice and soft. And that's just going to go right into this mixer here.
So, Cass, may I ask you, if someone doesn't have a mixer at home, how would they? Could they do this just by hand with a big wooden spoon?
They could. It's going to take a long time to get it to where it needs to be. They could also use, if they have a different device like a food processor or something like that they could use. So for this one, you want to make sure you have the paddle attachment, which is like the flat attachment, because we're going to kind of want to whip this butter up a little bit.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead and get this started. And that just kind of breaks it up a little bit. And then I have the 1/4 cup of granulated sugar that I'm going to add to the bowl. And we're going to turn this on and we're going to let it mix for about 30 seconds, maybe to a minute, just to bring the sugar and the butter together and cream it together. Okay. Now we're going to add the 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we're going to just let this mix a little bit more. Okay. So we're going to want to show you what you're looking at here. We want the butter and the sugar to come together, creaming it basically. And then once we get it to that point, I'm just going to drop this bowl here and I'm going to scrape it down just so that we know it's all getting mixed together well.
That looks really good already.
Yeah, it's butter and sugar.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that should be pretty good.
Just a nice soft consistency.
That's correct, yep. And then we're going to add flour. And this is not actually raw flour. What we did was we took our flour and we toasted it in the oven at 300 degrees for about 10 minutes. You can't use raw flour. There could be bacteria in there that could be actually harmful if you eat it. So you have to toast it, kill off that bacteria, cool it, and then what we have there is, you see it's kind of a little tint of brown to it. That can be added now to the mix.
So, Cass, to toast it, we would just sprinkle the flour on a baking sheet, a cookie sheet?
That is correct, yes. Okay. Basically, just spread it out evenly on a baking sheet and then 300 degrees in your oven for about 10 minutes. And then when you pull it out of the oven, you got to let it completely cool, and then you can use it in this mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. And then we're going to start this back up. And this is just going to take a minute to come together.
This is a lovely piece for the children's charcuterie board.
Absolutely, yep. This is a fun one for the kids to get involved, because in a minute here, you're going to get to kind of roll these balls out once the dough all comes together.
So fun.
So I'm going to have to stop this and scrape it down because it's all sitting at the bottom.
So again, a nice soft consistency here.
That's correct, yep. It's going to be like a Play-Doh.
Okay,
almost,
like a Play-Doh.
Yep. We're going to give this one more quick turn here. And we're mixing this at medium-high speed. And that should do it.
Okay.
So now I'm just going to remove this again.
All right, getting towards the exciting part.
And now it's your turn. We're basically, I'm going to give you some little scoops of this ball.
Okay, so we want to make sure we've washed our hands.
I want to see what this looks like. And then I'm going to just scoop one in.
Okay.
And then you just kind of roll it into a ball like it's Play-Doh.
All right, just little balls.
And then you can roll them around in the different toppings here. We've got some candy sprinkles. We got crumbled Oreo cookie. And then we have a cinnamon sugar.
Cass, this is too brilliant.
It's going to be fun.
So you could make a mix of whatever you like.
Whatever you want.
You could put all kinds of different things out here. Really fun, as you said, for children to do this.
Very much so. I'm just going to do a couple more here.
I'm going to add some Oreo cookies to this one as well. So here you've just got a nice little ball of absolute sweetness.
Yep.
All right, then we're going to just place them on our little plate here.
That's right, yep. A couple more here will do.
Okay.
And it's okay too. You can take some of these crumbs and kind of work them in like that too.
Oh, lovely.
Just to help get more into there.
Lovely. How many balls does this recipe make?
This will make probably close to 16. They're little ones. It all depends on how big of a scoop you use.
Okay.
These are little truffle size.
That just looks so lovely. This is a really nice dessert for adults attending the party as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm just going to do some sprinkles on this one.
Maybe a little champagne or Prosecco with this.
Sure.
And fun to do.
Yeah, and can get a little messy too, but the kids will love it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to add some of these colorful sprinkles as well. Wow, how fun. And how long will these sit in the refrigerator for?
So we're going to put them in there about 15 minutes, and while they're in there, they're going to get firm. You're going to be able to handle them a lot easier.
Okay.
And then once they come out of the refrigerator, they're basically ready to eat. I'm going to go right ahead
What a
and get these
great,
going.
simple recipe. You could really make them very decorative for your charcuterie plate as well.
Very colorful.
Yes, your dessert plate.